Good evening, traders, and welcome back to Hautrader UK. It's currently Tuesday, the 20th of July, 2021, and the time is just about to turn 7 minutes past 12 AM UK time. Traders, hope you're enjoying all of the videos that we've been putting out this year. I've got so many videos loaded up on this PC to put out, and I've got to get down to putting this content onto YouTube for you guys to see. There is so much content here which we should be putting out over the next coming days and weeks. Guys, before we go forward, I just want to ask you to come across, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, press the bell icon, guys. Just help this channel to grow, because that's all I want to do here. But I want to do that by giving you quality live content. Now, it's important to me to show you guys that trading can be done. Trading can be done from your home, and you can do it successfully, and you can make yourself quite a nice living being a trader. A lot of people are doubting that situation, and I'm just a regular guy who trades from home, who spent many years getting this skill down. Now, I want to show you the results of that, guys. I want to show you the results of what can happen when you stick to it. All right, when you stick to it and become disciplined, treat this thing as a business, and push on. Regardless of the troughs, you're going to get peaks and troughs. Regardless of the troughs, you come back to the table and you reanalyze, and you look at you measure yourself, and you start again. So let me just show you what I'm talking about here. The pair that I'm talking about is the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. And way back on the 31st of May, I sat here in this seat and I told you my thoughts on this pair, and you can see that in the earlier part of this video. Okay, we're now here on the 20th of July, over a month later, and we've finally had the trade complete. Okay, however, what I really want to point out to you is that the fact that you have to try and be one step ahead of the market every time. Now, when I sat down on the 31st of May, I did not know if this trade was going to play out. But I had an idea. I'm bullish the Canadian dollar long term, but at the time I was taking this trade, I was actually bearish based on the sentiment at the time. Now, I made some predictions back then, which I want to show you how they've played out. And I'm going to make some more predictions again here now. Again, a month and a half later, I'm going to make some more predictions for this pair. So let me just recap. Let me just go down to the daily chart of this pair and just quickly recap where we got to. Now, remember, guys, I entered in this bar here. Okay, this is, look at the date of that, the 1st of June. It was the 31st of May that I actually shot the first video. Look how far we've come. This is a daily chart. Guys, price sold off. I took 136 pips on half of the position. Okay, I took 136 pips on half of the position, and then I let the trade run. And then just yesterday, just today actually, guys, this morning, we got taken out for a further 206 pips. Now, if I just get my calculator here, 136 plus 206, that's 342 pips, guys. And if I divide that by 2 to keep this fair, that's 171 pips I've made on this trade. 171 pips, guys. That's phenomenal trading. All based on the fundamentals, but with a technical synergistic bias. Now, let me just give you some context to what I said back then on the 31st of May. Because what I said was I was going to take some profits off at this level here. Let me just change this. Let me just get rid of that. Let me just change this to a dot. So this little red line here is where I place my alert to take me out of that trade. And this is what's happened. I was also going to consider leaving the price on until we got to here, which this level here. This is a 618 fib extension of a swing here. Sorry, fib retracement. It also is a 127 fib extension of this swing from here to here. But it's also got some daily demand in there, guys. Now, I said back on the 31st of May that if price got to here, because of the pattern that I can see, I would look to become bullish. Okay, because of the technical pattern. But I would only take a bullish stance based on the fundamentals. Now look at what I'm talking. Just look at this, guys. I put this level in here on the 31st of May. We are now on the 20th of July. I predicted that price would come into this level, and price has stalled. Look at it. It's stalled for a day. It's pushed down into there, couldn't push through and stalled. Now, I'm not saying that price may not just push through, because it might. I might be wrong about this level. But what this is now telling me, because it's stalled, is I now need to look at the fundamentals to see if the sentiment's going to change. Because let's just take a look at a couple of things that's going to back this trade up fundamentally. So here I am. This is the crude oil chart, the front month crude oil chart. And as you can see, if you look at Canadian dollar, look at the way that sold off on this daily chart, and look at crude oil. Look at the way that sold off also. There's a lot of similarities in these two. Now, what I'm looking to potentially try and do is maybe use the crude oil futures contract as my timing mechanism in with some fundamentals to maybe get long again. Because remember, I said if price, back on the 31st of May, I said if price gets down into this level, I may look to start buying up this market. And now we're there. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this crude oil contract and let's see if there's anything I can see. I'm just going to fatten it up. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to take, this is the previous sell-off. This sell-off started back in March 2021. And we all remember, we all remembered what was going on for the last 12 months of this year. Now, let's just take a leg down and let's just clone that. By cloning, this is an exact copy of this line. Now I just want to see if this advance or this decline here has any relevance to this latest decline. Let me just have a look at that. Okay. Can you see that, guys? So what this is telling me is the decline that started on the 21st of March came down so far. And if I look at the current decline, which started the 6th of July, that has also travelled the same amount. There is some harmonics at play in this market. And by harmonics, I mean the prices, the correction may be repeating itself. So let me just pull that to one side. What else is there? Let me get a fib extension. And if I go from the high to the low and back up in, what does that leave me with? Well, wouldn't you know it? Price has moved to a 1618 fib extension of that move. Okay, and when you put that in connection with the fact that we've got an equal legs move here, we start to build up some confluence at this level, don't we? Is there anything else, guys? Let me just have a look. Let me just remove that. What if I take a fib retracement from the most recent swing up to the highs and look at that also, guys? Again, yes, we've just pushed through the 67.8, but that's my zone, isn't it? That's my zone that I start to use for decision making. So we're looking good. We got 3 sets of Fibonacci confluence going on here, and I just want to see, is there anything else? Is there anything else at this level? Well, if I grab this here and I just go here and I pull that down to the low, let me just make sure I'm not going too low there. If I pull that down to this low here and I right click it, template, demand zone. Look at that, guys. All that confluence at that area, all that Fibonacci confluence at that area. Now I'm not just going to buy this up, okay? Because remember, we're in oil here. So I'm happy that we're in that area as far as oil is concerned. Now, is there anything else that backs a potential long position up? Well, let's start looking at the fundamentals. Is there anything in Bloomberg? Well, this could be significant, couldn't it? Canada passes US in COVID vaccinations after slow start. So what that's saying is the Canadian Health Service has surpassed America as far as vaccinations are concerned, and we all know they're linking vaccinations to the way out of COVID. That's positive, or potentially positive, for the Canadian economy. And then when you start to look at what other people are saying about the Canadian dollar, and these are the things you've got to start to get into the habit of doing. Now, okay, this is back in June 4th, guys, but when these analysts make these predictions, they're not talking about the next couple of days. They're talking about months ahead. And look at what this one's saying. Go long the loonie. That's the name they give for the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar forecast turns stronger on bets of US boost from infrastructure plan. Now, I'm not going to read all of that, but what I'm now on the lookout for is I'm now on the lookout for a change in sentiment to give me, or to give oil, a reason to rally. Now, because what I believe is if oil rallies, my CAD CHF could rally also. And what I'm looking for now is some confirmation that we're ready to go long. And if you remember from my earlier video, back on the 31st of May, I actually said that this level up here was a level that I felt that price could at least go to if we started to rally. So here again, I'm making a prediction, guys. Now, I don't want you to take this as financial advice. This is just the way that I view the market. And I want you to, it's really, really important that you don't trade this. This is how I trade. But I want you to see it live. I want you to watch that the clock is ticking here. Where is it? There it is. The clock is ticking. It stopped again. So let me just refresh my computer. There we go. The clock is ticking away. Okay, it's the 20th of July, and I'm here doing this analysis in front of you, trying to give you some perspective of how I trade. Now, we've already made 171 pips on the way down, okay? And we've made that with a bearish sentiment, but a bullish overall structure. Now, what I'm now looking for is the sentiment to turn bullish and to line up with my bullish overall structure, guys. And that's my trade idea here. But what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for price action. I'm looking for sentiment. And this is how you build an idea. So once again, let's see what happens. Let's hope this trade, we can only take a pot. Look, I'm not just going to take a punt at this. I need to see something happening now down in this area. Okay, so let's see what happens, traders. Catch you all very soon. I'll try and keep you as informed as I can about this trade. And if some of the fundamental news changes, I'll also try and put that in this video just to show you what's making me make that decision. So I'll catch you all soon, traders. Thanks for checking in with me. Sleep well. I'm off to bed now. It's late here. It's 12 now. And I'll catch you all very, very soon. Take care, traders.